She adopted Ayn Rand's cat after she died. She spent
What?
years. Yes. So, I mean, she, was in textbook publishing, was, always more, freedom leaning, I would say. My older brother's very libertarian. So, but we were not raised in a political household. Like, my mom would listen to Rush Limbaugh in the car when my oldest brother was young, but like I never heard any of that. She never listened to Ben. At most, maybe she would pull up a Dennis Prager, radio show, like once every year maybe, or something like that. We never discussed politics ever. I had no idea what my dad believed other than he loved the environment. I mean, truly had no idea. And I honestly think I'm so grateful that is how I was raised, because it was all based on values. It was like how you treat people, how you see the world. Like, you intrinsically value freedom, you value individualism, you value independence, people not telling you what to do, the government not being involved in your life. But it wasn't even the government. It was just kind of, free thinking, independent. Sure. Those are the values I was raised with. So as I started being confronted with politics, it was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. I'm seeing the connections. But we literally never talked politics whatsoever. And I didn't even know that Ayn Rand was a
How did she get her cat?
Figure.
I had
How did she get
her cat?
She left in the middle of the night after graduating college. My grandmother wanted her to go to secretarial school. My mom said, absolutely not. So she left with her best friend from college. They drove to New York City in the middle of the night, and she was like, I'm going to get a job as a textbook publisher. And her friend had some connections, I think, through college. They're still good friends. I literally saw him a couple of months ago. He's a wealth manager now, like a free market wealth manager. So he's helped me with some stuff. But he had some connections. I believe it was through their college. They went to Davidson College with people in Ayn Rand's circle, and her two proteges who now run her like two biggest organizations after her death, published her books with her, like that sort of thing. Got in contact, so they started going to these like philosophical salons and getting literally trained in philosophical lessons from these proteges. Ayn Rand died soon after my mom moved to New York. Her cat, Tommy, named after Thomas Aquinas, because Thomas Aquinas was the only person to argue the existence of God from a place of reason. And even though Ayn Rand was like totally atheist, she respected people who were arguing the existence of God from a place of reason, because reason was paramount to her. And, healthy selfishness and productivity, the biggest things for objectivists, really, in my like boiled down sense, I guess. And so Tommy needed a home, and so they were like, Diane, can you take Ayn Rand's cat? So she had Ayn Rand's cat. She lived in a tiny room that didn't even have a kitchen or anything like that. She worked night shifts at a hotel doing like the call person. Worked like 3 jobs and finally got in the door with W.W. Norton, and she published the first objectivist, like libertarian textbook, and it's still published today.